anyway, Lorne, what were you saying?
Are you going to his house for dinner?
Lorne, I don't know how.
Well, let's ask him his opinion on this.
I don't even know what you hear. Lord, I don't know. Lord, I don't know.
Emma, what's your opinion on it?
I think
Emma, what's your opinion on it?
If you're broken up, she should do what she wants. If
We're
you're
not broken up.
Okay, then if you're not broken up, then she should just maybe eat with him and then come right home and not have dessert.
No.
I mean, she wants to go.
She wants to go, but she doesn't want me.
Well, does she want you?
No, ask her. Do you, Ramona?
Do I what?
Do you want me?
I guess.
Are you going to dinner at this guy's house?
Lorne, I don't know. I am having surgery.
I don't know is not the right answer. It's not the right answer to tell your boyfriend, I don't know if I'm going to go have dinner with this guy at his house when it's only going to be me and him there, and I know how he feels about me. That's not the right answer. That's a bullshit answer that they won't way on earth. I'm accepting that shit.
Lorne, I'm having surgery tomorrow. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to eat on Friday.
I'm not thinking about what you're going to eat. I'm thinking about where you're going to be and who you're going to be with.
Well, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about my surgery, which is tomorrow.
What do you want more, me or him?
Oh, God, Lorne. Plus, I thought you had broken up with me.
No, I'm not broken up with you. I never, even when I say it, I don't mean it. You already know that. I've explained it to you so many times over. But the problem is you keep doing this stupid shit.
So you can just break up with me and then...
It's all blamed on me.
So
I haven't gone out on any dates, have you?
So you just like to just break up with me and then say, well, we're not broken up?
I'm frustrated and you know it. I don't hide the way I am with you. What do you want more, me or this guy?
Lorne.
You need to end this friendship with him.
So you don't even want me to be friends with the guy?
No, because he's intentionally doing this shit.
So I can't be friends with him?
Why would you want to be friends with him?
He's a very nice guy.
He's constantly trying to break me and you up. There's like no respect at all for me in any of this crap.
He is a very nice guy. I respect him. I respect what he did the other day.
What did he do the other day?
Or what he did today, rather, or what he did the other day that I found out about today.
Yeah.
The animal sanctuary down here knows me very well. They know me by name. And he...
Let me guess, made a donation in your name.
Well,
he's trying to buy you.
No, he's not trying to buy me, and I'm going to tell you how I know he's not trying to buy me. Because in the flowers that he gave me, there was a card that says, either it had been made in my name to the animal sanctuary down here. The card he wrote that the animal sanctuary, that he had given the animal sanctuary $20 in my name. And I thought I was over the moon with that. I thought that was wonderful. I thought that was great. I get a call from one of the ladies who runs the animal sanctuary thanking me for the donation that was made in my name for $1,000.
Well, of course, turn by you.
And yeah, I like how anytime somebody does something, he's trying to buy me by helping the animal. That makes sense.
Put it in your name. What reason did he have to put it in your name?
I think it's awesome.
Put it in his own name.
I think it's awesome that he did that.
No, I mean, donation when I took Mickey's cat and the cats in that she couldn't take care of. Made a $100 donation. I didn't need to do that. I didn't put it in Mickey's name.
$1,000 is going to go very far for the sanctuary, and I think that's really cool.
I didn't say that anything was wrong with $1,000. The fact that he put it in their name to buy you.
First of all, he didn't know that they were going to call me. She only called me because she knows me.
Don't stick up for this guy to me.
Well, but when you're telling me,
Ellie already has figured this guy out too.
First of all, when you're telling me that everybody's trying to buy me, it's a little offensive to me. Second of all, okay, so Allie figured him out. She hasn't figured you out because she hasn't helped you, apparently, because you're still having the same problems.
Oh, there you go. I feel like I'm talking to Barry.
Well, maybe he's right on some things. But I defend you when you're on the phone.
Is he right that you should go to dinner at his house? And have dinner with him on a date? When you have a boyfriend? You right about that?
Good grief, Lorne. I am having surgery tomorrow. I'm not thinking about who I'm going to have dinner with over the weekend.
It's kind of something you need to be thinking about.
I need to be thinking when I'm a few hours away from going into surgery, I need to be thinking about who I'm going to have dinner with.
I didn't bring these guys into your life.
I didn't say you brought anything into my life except drama, bullshit, and alcoholism issues.
I feel like I'm talking to Barry all over again.
Maybe he's right on some things.
The answer to going to dinner at his house better be no, because I'm not sticking around for that kind of bullshit.
Lorne, I am having surgery at 1:20. That is not a joke. I am having surgery in less than 12 hours. I am not thinking about who I'm going to dinner with.
It shouldn't even have to be a thought. You have a boyfriend. Some other guy asks you to his house for dinner or a date. It really shouldn't even be a thought. The first answer you should have given him was fucking no. I don't really believe there's much thought process in that.
Lorne, then if that's the case, you already broke up with me, so, I don't think you're worried.
No, we're not broken up.
Oh, we're not? Then why'd you break up with me?
Because I'm mad, because you're disrespecting me again, and you don't even think you are when you go on these fucking dates with these guys. You told me that you asked your brother to go. You never did.
No, but he met the therapist tonight.
But you lied to me and told me you're going to ask your brother to go, and you never did.
No, I did not lie to you.
You did.
Lorne.
Did you ask your brother to go? You told me you would ask him to go. Did you ask him to go?
You told me not to because he would be sitting there trying to ask or trying to get us together. You told me not to. You told me not to ask him to go.
I did not tell you not to ask him to go.
Well, you freaked out.
And I asked you, why don't you ask your mom to go or your dad?
And I told you that my parents had obligations.
Yeah, and the only one you could really ask would be your brother. All right, then.
No, it's not all right, then.
No, I said, all right, then. At least it wouldn't be just you and him. I don't know how you figure it's all right for you to go on dates with other guys when you have a boyfriend. Oh, I don't understand why it should even be a thought process to say no.
It's not a date, Lorne.
Ramona, he expressed his feelings toward you. He's not your therapist anymore. He's just a friend. He expressed his feelings toward you of how he feels and how he's attracted to you and how he likes you. Told you that his wife left and took his stepson. And he asked you right out straight, will you come to my house and have dinner with me? I'll come pick you up. I'll wheel you around. You can have wine. You stay overnight if you need to. Yeah, that's a good idea when you have a boyfriend.
So now do you see why I asked you for a break? Because everything I do gets me berated. In some way, everything I do gets me berated.
Why would you even turn this around on me when another guy is asking you for a date? Why would you not think that I would be upset?
You're putting tremendous pressure on me.
Well, how? By wanting you to say no to this guy and show me a little respect? How is that pressure on you? You're not feeling the pressure because he's right there. God forbid you say no to some guy that is right there. Because you have a boyfriend that's a few hundred miles away.
Lorne, you and I hung up the phone the other morning at 8 o'clock after talking all night. After talking all night. And the deal was, or at least I thought it was, that you were going to work on yourself and you were going to work on the issues that you have.
I have been working very hard on my issues.
Oh, yeah, what?
Monday, I was working extremely hard. We spent the whole last time on my shit.
And what did they say? What happened?
Some serious shit to me that I never even thought about.
What did they say?
Yeah, I might have been acting and doing these outbursts on purpose without realizing it because I get scared when it starts getting real.
Lord, how is this getting real? We've never met. Lord, how is this getting real? We've never met.
That's what I'm afraid of is the meeting. I'm afraid of being face to face. I don't understand why because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Lord, you've been doing these outbursts before we ever even mentioned meeting. You've been doing them since the beginning.
Well, I know.
So it's not because it's getting real.
It's my way of pushing away a little bit because I know how I feel about you. And it scares me a little bit because I know how serious I am about you.
Lord, you have been doing these outbursts. You have been. Let me say this. You haven't drank in 2 weeks because of the device that you have. 3 weeks. I'm sorry. 3 weeks. It has been 3 weeks as of today. It has been 3 weeks since you drank. Although the other night is questionable. But you say you haven't drank.
No. What other night is questionable?
The other night where you were yelling and cursing and screaming at me.
That wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking. Literally, not drinking anything. That's what we discussed in classes, why I did that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You have, the extent to which you have changed is only around whether or not you're drinking. And what I mean by that is when you drink, you are exactly the same. Exactly the same. In fact, in some ways you're worse. You haven't yelled at me about, no, well, I can't say that. I was going to say you haven't yelled at me about talking to my grandmother in a while, but you did that 3 weeks ago. And told me that talking to you was more important than my grandmother's health. But
Jesus Christ.
But the extent to which you have changed is only surrounding the drinking. And
how would you know? You haven't spent any time with me. Been too busy up late at night, every night, talking to your therapist.
no,
Emma told me. Emma told me you're talking to your therapist all night.
The things that you do, you typically do when you are, well, no, let me go back. The more egregious examples of abuse typically happen when you're drunk.
When are you going to start paying attention to me again?
Lorne, I am having surgery tomorrow. It is not all about you. Good grief.
It hasn't, none of it's been about me for ever since you've been out of work.
So ever since I injured,
nothing's been about me.
so ever since I,
time. You don't want to spend time with me ever since you've been out of work.
so ever since I injured my knee, it's not been about you. That's your complaint.
Important to spend all night talking to a therapist, though.
No. That's not what you said. You just basically said that ever since I injured my knee, and I'm now having surgery on my ACL. I'm having an ACL reconstruction and possible knee replacement at my age. And so since that happened, it has not been about you. You are so selfish.
No. That's not even close to what I said.
You said since I
time for you and me. Me and you spending some quality time together. Since you've had your injury and been out of work, you and I have had zero quality time. Because you stay up late at night, all night long, and no time for me at all during the day because you're sleeping. Spending time with somebody up all night long, from what Emma says, has been your therapist.
I mean, does it, like...
When's the last time that you and I had quality time? When you were working?
Lorne, first of all, I don't know what quality time is over the phone. I really don't know.
Yeah, because we used to spend an awful lot of it.
Lorne, just because we talked on the phone does not mean it was quality time. It might have been fun, but it was not quality time over the phone.
That was quality time with me and you. That was just me and you, having fun together, enjoying each other.
Okay, Lorne, I cannot...
Is it wrong that you were spending all these nights up late, all night talking to your therapist? It wasn't just one time, 10 minutes?
I was not up all night long every night talking to my therapist.
So how many nights?
I'm not counting.
So it was more than one time for 10 minutes. Right?
Say again?
It was more than one time for 10 minutes, right?
Lorne, oh my God. It might have been twice. I don't know, Lorne. You're grilling me about how much I've talked to a therapist. What?
Yeah, you're grilling you about how much you talked to this guy that just asked you out for a date over at his house tonight. He asked you for his date. To go on this date with him Friday over at his house. I'm grilling you for the truth.
You what?
I'm grilling you for the truth. I want the truth.
Well, the truth is the 3 months started over again tonight.
No, it didn't. No, it did not.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
No.
It sure did.
You're showing no respect for me at all with these guys.
It started over tonight when I got a message at 10:28 yelling at me and accusing me of cheating. It absolutely did.
No, well, what Emma was telling me, who wouldn't?
Okay, well, okay, who would do what? None of that matters. What matters is what you did, and what you did is start the time over tonight. Lorne, I am telling you, I am not visiting you without 3 full months of respect, because if you cannot give me that...
You start giving me respect, too.
Lorne,
these guys. That's what Allie even said. That's not showing me any respect when you go on these dates with these guys.
Lorne,
and I even told Allie that Ramona says that it's not a date, it's just dinner. She said, did you tell her how you felt in the field about it? I said, yeah. I told her I didn't like it. She said, then out of respect for you, she should have said no to these guys going out to dinner with these guys.
Okay. Let's talk about your therapist.
Respect for me.
Okay, let's talk about your...
We're talking about your therapist.
No,
you seem to think your therapist is right about everything.
Let's talk when you think yours is right about everything. Let's talk about what your therapist said. So your therapist's logic is because you don't like something, I shouldn't do it. Is that correct? Because you also
my therapist's logic is that you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend, then we shouldn't be disrespecting each other.
You had a problem with me talking to my 96-year-old grandmother. You had a problem, and you said I was disrespecting you. You said I was disrespecting you by watching Lifetime movies and not calling you on a Friday night. So if your therapist thinks that I should just jump and sit and spot whenever you want it, and I should do what you want, tell your therapist that you have complained about me talking to a 96-year-old lady. Tell your therapist.
I already told her that. She told me I was wrong and I disrespected you.
You have complained about me watching Lifetime movies. Lorne, you and I have never met each other. I have asked you and demanded from you 3 months of respect before I go down there.
I have asked you not to go out on dates with guys.
I am not going out on dates.
And I look at dates.
I asked
Friday, if you go over his house on Friday, that's going to be a date. If that happens, we won't have anything to worry about anyway.
Well, I thought that was tonight because you broke up with me tonight.
No, I'm not breaking up with you. I don't know if you understand that I do love you. I don't give a flying rat's ass what this piece of shit says.
I told you if you went out on a date with this piece of shit, then we're done. You made that concrete tonight. Good luck with the married asshole, and thanks for being another Amanda James. And then it's obvious you never gave a fuck about me or you would have called. Too busy cheating. And then I'm tired of your lies anyway.
And
so I don't
me all the stuff that was happening. But you were texting her about his luscious lips. How do you think that I feel when I hear that you're saying shit like that about another guy that you're on a dinner date with? How the hell do you think I feel?
What did I say?
Something about his luscious lips.
What did I say about his lips?
You said something about his luscious lips. Or his moist lips.
What?
Emma. Tell her what you told me earlier about his moist lips.
Well, anyway, she's gone.
Evidently, she is gone.
So as I was saying, or as you were saying,
I don't know how she can be gone and we're still talking because
she must have fallen asleep.
Well, why don't we hang up and you call me right back? Or I'll call you. That way, it's just me and you.
No, in case she wakes up. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude in case she hangs up. I mean, in case she wakes up, rather.
Then she can call her. Let's hang up and you call me or I'll call you. Which one do you want to do?
You can call me, Lorne.
All right.
Lorne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Why is this such a problem about saying no to these guys that ask you out to dinner?
Lorne, I am not going to sit at home all day, every day, because you're in Maine and we might meet one day if you can get your act together. It's not going to happen.
My act is getting together about you're missing it because you're spending so much time with people at nighttime, going out on dates with therapists, your ex-therapist.
Lorne, I am
trying to make me think that it should be all right. And there ain't no way in hell that it's all right, and it never will be.
First of all, I caught a break, but then you broke up with me. That's thing one.
We're not breaking up.
Okay, thing two, Lorne. I don't know why you think that I should ignore every guy who's here, who's not calling me a bitch, who's not calling me a piece of shit, who's not calling me a whore.
How much bullshit do you want to give me? You think that what you're trying to tell me is that it should be all right for you to go on dates and we still be boyfriend and girlfriend?
No. I didn't say date. Well, then fine. Why don't, if you don't want to be my boyfriend, which is obvious because you broke up with me, then consider us broken up, and then in 3 months after you have behaved, we'll revisit it. How's that?
No, I don't want to break up with you, and I do want to be your boyfriend. I just don't want my girlfriend cheating on me and going on dates with other guys. She never did that before, and she has no reason to start doing that.
Why?
Because that means that she just went from being someone that has constantly been there for me no matter what. It's just something I've always looked for in a woman, and you were the one. You were the one that I always depended on that would not leave me and would get me through this problem.
Okay, that's great that you found what you want, but what have I found?
I'm not what you want?
What are you providing for me? What are you giving me?
I am trying to be a better person.
But what are you doing?
I'm trying to change myself, and I'm doing a goddamn good job of it, too.
In what way?
In every way.
Name one.
I'm paying very close attention to the things that I'm doing wrong.
And name you've stopped. Name one thing that you've stopped doing that you're doing wrong.
Do you hear me call you any names tonight?
So you want credit because you didn't call me any vulgar names.
Because I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm paying a lot more attention now to what I'm doing after the conversation we had with Mom.
But
then the following day, the whole class concentrating on me. And then today with Allie.
Okay.
Today with Allie was the first time that Allie really showed that she does believe, has a little bit of belief in you are who you say you are, and that you are being honest.
But here's the thing, though, okay? Because it's not about them believing that I'm honest or anything. Because if they were really that concerned, then they would let you come down here and visit.
That is not easy with me being on federal probation.
Your probation officer could make that happen.
I don't know if she can or not. I have to talk to her before I can do that. Before I know anything about that, whether or not she can do it.
Because here's the thing. These people are not running my life, and these people have no allegiance to me. These people have no care for me or anything like that if something happens to me going up there to see you.
And my probation officer has already said that I should have somebody there with me for her safety and for yours.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah,
And it was
your safety and for mine. Huh?
And they're going to stay the whole time? Emma? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on, Emma, let's finish. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was him texting you, wasn't it?
Well, it's none of your business who text me. I pay for my phone bill.
When it's him texting you, yeah, it is my business.
No, but see, it's really not.
Really, it is.
Because here, you know what? Here's the problem. Here's the
problem is he's continuously hitting on you, and you're just accepting it and not saying, leave me alone. That's the problem.
Okay. Here's the real problem. I said to you a month ago, I said to you, Lorne, if you can do the things on that list, which was really basic stuff, like things that most of the things on that list I've never even done, not one time. But, things like don't get drunk, don't scream at me, don't call me names, don't be abusive, basic stuff. I said, if you can do that, I will pay, and you do that for 3 months, I will pay the entire way to come up to visit you. I said that to you. And then I said, but if you don't do it, then it starts over again. The next day you had violated it. And you've continuously violated it to the point that we're now a month in and restarting it. And so
the one thing that I asked you to do.
I'm going to finish what I was saying. I'm going to finish what I was saying. Now, as I was saying, and so we're now a month in, you've continuously violated. So now you want me, this is what you want me to do. You want me to completely ignore every guy who's here in my state, who's not doing those things on that list, who never have done those things on that list.
I have wanted you to do that from the beginning, and you did it.
Let me finish. You want me to ignore all those guys because you might one day, maybe, possibly, somehow start doing those things. And I'm telling you, that's not how it works.
Hey, Rich, did you stop fucking cheating on me? Then we don't have these problems.
I've never cheated on anybody who I've ever been with. But
you sure are contemplating going to that cocksucker's house on Friday, though, to have a dinner date.
As I was saying, so you want me to you want me to ignore all these guys because you don't like them, because you might someday decide to be.
Because I don't want my girlfriend going on a fucking date with them. Lorne, I don't want to be mistreated and disrespected.
Lorne,
you seem to have a problem when I don't want to be disrespected.
Lorne, I told you to date other people in Maine. I told you that.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, I told you the other day.
I am not cheating on you.
Look at the two.
It's not cheating if I say do it.
It is cheating. In my head, it's cheating. And I'm not doing it. I can't hold any respect in myself if I do that to you. And I can't ask you to not go on a date if I don't respect my own wishes.
Well, you haven't.
You not to go on a date.
Simpson thing, so you haven't. But I guess we're supposed to forget about that because it was 3 months ago.
It was probably longer than 3 months ago, too.
Oh, so since it was longer,
sure they keep getting popped up. Sure they keep getting popped up these days. When it's time for you to go on a date,
You claim that you're holier than thou. And even if I was going on a date, I'm not going to have sex, which is what you were going to do.
Well, it didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't happen. And
Yeah,
I
it
would
didn't
have
happen, but
been pissed off, and I would have called in, and my father would have said, go ahead and do it. I wouldn't have been around after that.
Okay, anyway, it didn't happen, no thanks to you.
Now I'm talking about then. Talking about now.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is you now, because it's becoming, here's the problem, okay? Here's my problem.
That means you don't want to meet me.
No, I didn't say that not one time. I've never said I don't want to meet you.
Sure, I want to spend all night on the phone with Barry, though.
As I was saying.
And not telling me about it.
Okay, are you going to let me finish, or are you just going to keep cutting in?
I'm dead. I'm just doing what your therapist Barry does. And so you telling him to shut up.
I didn't tell you to shut up.
So many words. It's not.
Whenever you're finished, I'll get back in.
I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay, now. Well, thank you for giving me permission to speak. Now, as I was saying.
Hi, Barry.
If you're going to keep getting smart, I'm going to hang up my phone because I've
It just reminded me of him. The shit that he did.
I have surgery in a few hours. I do not need to deal with this nonsense. Now, as I was saying, this is my problem, is that I have given you chance after chance for a month. I've given you a month of chances to make this right. A month of times to, okay, Lorne, the time starts over. Lorne, the time starts over. Okay, you called me, cursing me out because you thought that I had something with the doctor. Okay, Lorne, the time starts over. You got drunk in that time. Okay, the time starts over. We've played this game now for a month, and we've never made any more than 2 weeks of headway in this.
Nothing but a fart in the wind.
My problem is that the terms that I laid out for meeting were quite simple. Don't get drunk. Don't call me names. I mean, I think those are pretty basic things, and none of it has been done. It hasn't been done at all. And so now what you're saying is, well, I don't want you talking to or dating or looking at or whatever guys who are down there who never did those things to begin with. Guys who never called me a bitch, guys who, or any other name, guys who've never gotten drunk, guys who've never done any of those things. Now you're saying, well, I don't want you to have anything to do with these guys either because me, and I'm your boyfriend, and I'm this and that and everything. And the problem I have with that is, well, you're not giving me anything, but I mean, you're not giving me what I want and what I need. But also, guys who are willing to do that and able to do that, you're telling me that you don't want them around me. So, I mean, where does Ramona find happiness in this?
The only thing I asked you not to do was not to go on dates.
But see, it's not about going on
that.
dates. It's not about going on dates because I still say it's not a date. I had dinner. But here's the thing.
It was very simple what he laid out to you tonight, how he feels about you. Then he asked you out to dinner over at his house. That is a date. Tonight, he wanted to kiss you tonight at your dinner.
First of all, I would not have kissed him.
That was a date.
I would not have kissed him Because
I told you where his head was.
okay,
Didn't believe me.
it doesn't matter. Okay, he likes me. Okay, who cares? Like, I mean, it's great. It's nice. I mean, he's a nice guy. But what I'm saying to you is that is not where your concern is. Your concern should be why you are doing things that are alienating me. The problem is, my problem is that Lorne Armstrong is not giving me things that I want and that I need, and that there are guys here who are right here who are more than prepared to do that.
That has been right there from the beginning of me and you. That
What?
have been a constant threat. That have been there right from the beginning of me and you. That have been a constant threat. That you don't tell no.
Who's been a constant
you to
threat?
tell them no, the doctor. Much as I ask you to tell them no, you still don't tell them no. This therapist and asked you out to dinner, me on the phone, and then he tries to convince me that it was just between friends. And I knew it was more than that. I knew what he wanted.
First of all,
And then tonight.
Okay, now, thing one, these guys were never a threat. I told you before, and I still meant it, that the biggest threat to you is you. You were always the biggest threat. There was never
The biggest threat is you not telling these guys no. That's the biggest threat to me. Because you don't say no to them. If you can't say no to dinner, how are you going to say no if he makes a move on you and tries to kiss you?
Really, Lorne?
How are you going to say no to that?
I don't know. I'll just get raped, I guess. I mean, for real, Lorne, did you really just say that?
Where is the respect to me? Dinner at this guy's house, you really don't even know this guy. He's your therapist. He's a sucky therapist. He's broken rules in his own profession of what he's not supposed to do. Obviously, he doesn't have much respect for his own profession.
So you're saying that I don't know this guy, right? That's what you just said. You're saying I don't know him.
How long have you known this guy?
Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. You're saying I don't know him. I've never even met you, and you want me to stay in a hotel with you.
And you spent 9 months with me.
On the phone?
Many hours.
Lorne, I spent time with you on the phone. You act like that's quality getting to know you time, as if I'm going to, like, see you and just, it's all going to make sense. I'm going to know you. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Well, you don't get to know.
To me, our time together was very quality. I loved who I was spending my time with.
But here's the problem now. And even when these guys weren't saying that they are now, even when that was the case, you still did the abusive drinking stuff. So my thing is, you're obviously not prepared to give me what I want and need. But yet people No, I'm saying that.
Yeah, it's very sad.
No, I'm saying that.
You've never said that to me before.
Lorne, at what point have you shown me that you're prepared to give me what I want and need in a relationship? At what point?
I'm preparing to give it to you now.
Preparing.
I've been in the process of preparing. And you know what the problem is? You keep bringing guys in.
Lorne, you are 47 and you are preparing. You're 47. You're 47 and you're preparing to give someone whatever. I'm half your age, and if I had a wife and even kids, I could support them and I could take care of them. And I'm half your age.
What you're trying to tell me right now, that you want me to be all right for you to go out on dates with Barry.
No, that's not what I said. First of all, I'm not going out on dates. Second of all, what I'm trying to understand here is, because I mean I've done a lot of thinking, and what I'm trying to understand here is what it is that I'm getting out of, or what it is I would be getting out of my life who are interested in me and who have been for a long time and who have been respectful and who've never been abusive and who've been kind and who are fit and prepared to be in a relationship and more. You want me to tell all of them? Well, no, because I'm waiting for a guy who's in Maine who first has to find a job, then has to finish sex offender class, then has to get off probation, then has to get money saved up. You want me to tell? But aside from all that, that you're still messaging me after 10 p.m., you're still calling me after 10 p.m., you're still screaming at me and cursing at me.
And you're still going on dates with other guys.
See, and you always revert back to that. You still
That's the only thing that I ever asked of you. That's the only thing I ever asked of you is to not go on a date with any other guys.
Well, gee, here's the question then. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I wouldn't eat either of them, but I'm just saying, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Me going on quote-unquote dates or you abusing me?
I mean, I'm not going to abuse you anymore, but I'm not going to be disrespected either.
Well, that's nice that you've decided that you're not going to abuse me anymore, but don't you think that the damage is done?
Don't you think damage has been done with you going on dates?
Then, Lorne, if damage has been done...
How do you really expect me to feel about you going out to dinner with Eric? How do you think I'm going to feel if you go over at his house and have dinner with him?
Then, Lorne,
if something happens and you wind up falling asleep on the couch and you stay all night, oh, I'm just supposed to think the cleanest thoughts?
Then, Lorne, if damage has already been done, then why are you holding on to this so much?
Because I believe in you, and I know you believe in me, and I know we are something good. We're to be more. But the problem is we need to get the problems out of our life.
Okay.
One of the biggest problems is the guys that you have in your life. I'm not asking you to get them out of your life completely. I'm asking you to back them off. Tell them no. That is all I'm asking you to do.
Lorne, that is impossible to do. Because here's the thing.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. No. Let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this. Pretend you're the doctor, right? And let's just go down this road. Just pretend you're the doctor. And I come to you and I say, I want you to back off completely, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is that you want me to say.
I want you to say, please have respect for me when I tell you no.
Okay, please have respect for me when I'm in the middle of a sentence. So now, I tell you that. And let's say your friendship for Ramona kicks in and you want to say, well, why? What is it that you are getting out of this situation? So I'm asking you, what is it that I'm getting out of being affiliated with you? What am I gaining?
Are you asking me that question, or is this them asking you?
I'm saying that I could see this being asked to me, and what do I tell them when this is asked to me? Like, for instance, my mother. Let's just say I told her, Mom, back off, don't say anything about the guys who are in my life, blah, blah, blah. And she says, well, what are you gaining from the Lorne situation? What do I tell her? What am I getting from them?
long as you believe in me and you have a really good feeling about what I am.
I should tell my mom.
Well,
That is funny.
That would just give me a chance to let you find out.
I should tell my mom that I believe in you and that I have a really good feeling.
Do you believe in me? I'm asking you that question. Do you believe in me?
I believe in you and I have a really good feeling. And therefore, and what's this feeling based off of? That would be.
We could be lying then.
No. Then she would ask, well, what is this feeling based off of? What's the feeling based off of?
Based off of you knowing me for 9 months, what you've seen underneath me being upset.
What I've
you knowing all about me, about what I've been through, what I'm trying to get past. But in this last week, it's been a milestone.
So I should tell my mom that I believe in you and I have a good feeling. And that's why she shouldn't worry and freak out.
Well, she should worry. She should worry. She's a mom. My mom's worried.
But here's the thing, though. My mom has seen me in healthy relationships before, and she's never worried.
I want us to be in a healthy relationship.
Lorne,
I know what we need to be to have a healthy relationship. But what we don't need is we don't need other guys involved, hitting on you all the time, asking you all at the dinner, and calling me a loser when you're supposed to be a therapist. That's not good shit. I have never once called you a loser or said anything negative about you other than, how do you know she's real?
Lord, there would be no basis for her to call me a loser. There would be absolutely no basis for that. So that's why she's not called me that.
But she even told me tonight that is not what a therapist is supposed to do. Therapist is not supposed to be telling their client that these people in your life are losers. They're there to talk to you, to the inside of you, to help you with whatever your problem is. Not to call people in your life losers. And they're certainly not supposed to be getting personal with them. And I was not dropped when I told her that. I told her about this guy getting personal with me. He couldn't believe that. I know you want to think this guy is such a great guy and everything, but he does have ulterior motives. He's had them from the beginning. Ever since he first saw you.
You know what? But here's the thing. And I give him, and I give the doctor, and I give the neighbor, and I give the neighbor's person. I give all these guys credit for the fact that they have said numerous times, each of them has said, I don't, not that they don't care, but, basically that, they're all honest in that they don't want me to be with you. But they say, even if you don't be with me, so like the doctor, for instance, I don't want you to be with Lorne, but even if you don't end up with me, end up with a professional like the neighbor. I'm not going to say his name, but, like the neighbor. Like whoever, like the neighbors, they're all advocating for each other instead of saying, well, you should break up with him and just be with me. And that's something that I can respect in them. Because I do see friendship there beneath the fact that they like me.
All I'm asking for is you to tell these guys, no, come to respect you. They made a choice. They have a choice. Please respect you. Tell them no. Stop putting on. Stop asking you out on dates.
See, and
that's all I have ever asked you for.
The problem that I have is shutting everybody out is because what am I shutting them out for? It's kind of like...
So that you can see me without the threat there. You can see who I really am without the threat.
But the problem is...
If you tell me that you're going to do this and you actually do it, you're going to see there's a whole lot more trust going to be built between me and you. Even though I said that, right now we don't trust each other because of the shit that's going on.
Lorne, the problem is that I have seen you. I have seen you when you know that the doctor's out of town and that he's not around. I have seen you when you know that I'm not with that there's no guy anywhere or anything like that around. I have seen you. And what happens? You get jealous of my grandmother. You've been jealous of my mother. You've been jealous of female friends and text.
We're going to get this straight right now. We're going to get this straight right now.
TV show.
I did not know it was your grandmother. You said it was your grandmother, but at the same time, that was at the beginning of when we first met, and all I had in my mind is, all right, I've got the same freaking thing going on. Another person lying to me, telling me they're on the phone with somebody else, or with their grandmother, or whatever, when they're really talking to some other guy. That's what's been in my past.
No.
That's the lies that have been in my past. I wasn't used to somebody being honest with me.
Lorne,
that stuff happened when we first met.
Lorne, your exact phrase was, you need to hang up with your Nana and call me now. That was your exact phrase.
No, that was me then. It wasn't me now.
Okay, what you now is 3 weeks ago saying that, quote, talking to you is more important than my grandmother's health.
No, that wasn't my words. That's not anything that I would say to even somebody that I didn't know.
Your exact words were, quote, and I quote, this conversation is so much more than your Nana's health, end quote. And I can send you screenshots of
I don't know. It doesn't matter if I say I don't remember saying that. If you're going to say, of course I don't remember.
But Lorne, here's the thing.
It doesn't sound like me at all.
Lorne, that is you. And I have screenshots from you saying that. That is you. That is who you are. And I have screenshots of you saying
that is not even close to who I am.
Lorne, okay, so it's not who you are, right? But you know that you sent the message. So then what is it?
I don't know that I sent the message. I don't believe
okay,
it doesn't even sound like me.
Okay, Lorne, let's go back, because I can search my messages. So let's go back.
I'll repeat what my mom said. I'm normally a very good person.
Okay. Normally. Okay, anyway. Well.
Normally.
Okay.
I know I can trust somebody. I'm normally a very good person.
Okay, now, as I was saying, your exact words were, well, this conversation is so much more than Nana's health, and 3 exclamation marks, and you sent that at 9:36 p.m. I guess you're going to say you don't remember saying it.
I apologize for saying that.
Okay, but here's the thing.
That's not the case. Any conversation that we have is not more important than your grandmother's health. I very much apologize for saying that.
Okay, yeah, that's all nice and everything, but the fact of the matter was
even if I apologize, I'm still a bad guy.
The damage is done, Lorne. You want me to tell guys who are here, who are treating me with respect and who are kind to me, that no, I don't want you to ask me out ever again. Don't even think about it, because there's a guy up in Maine who said that he's more important than my grandmother's health, and maybe one day he's going to stop doing
the worst fucking things in there, Barry.
I didn't tell them this. I would not tell them.
That's what you're saying.
No. But here's what I'm saying.
Like something Barry would say.
Here is what I am saying. I am saying that you want me to tell all the guys in my life who are interested in me that no, I'm not interested, don't ever ask me out again, go away. Guys who have proven, honestly, guys who have proven that they are responsible enough and healthy enough to be in in a successful relationship. You want me to go away because there's a guy in Maine who, like I said, insulted my grandmother, but he might one day be a good guy after I tell you guys that I don't want anything to do with you, but he maybe one day possibly could, even though he hasn't shown that yet.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
Okay, tell me this.
You give me 100% of you, and I will get the cobwebs out of my head and give you 100% of me. But that means you tell these guys to back off for a little bit so that you can spend some time with me and give me the chance to show you.
But boy, that's not how it works, okay? Because you had...
That's not how it works, because you want this fucking dinner date on Friday, right?
I don't even know how I'm going to feel on Friday. I don't even know how I'm going to feel on Sunday.
Listen.
I am having...
That is not what you tell your boyfriend. You don't know if you're going to go on this dinner date on Friday.
I am having surgery tomorrow on my knee.
Guess who's going to be there? Guess who's going to be there? The same guy that asked you for a date tonight.
Again, I am going to be completely knocked out under anesthesia, and I am having surgery in about 10 hours.
Who's supposed to be taking you there?
Bro is going to take me. Therapist might end up going too. Who cares? The fact of the matter is, I am having surgery tomorrow.
And I care about your surgery. Don't think for a minute that I don't care about your surgery. I care very much about your surgery.
That's the very first time we've been on the phone for 6 hours, and that's the very first time you've shown some smidgen molecular size interest in my surgery.
Once you go back and read your text messages.
Yeah, you said something earlier today, like I'll be thinking about you tomorrow while you're having surgery.
Yeah. And I talked to Emma and found out how luscious or how moist the therapist's lips are, and how you took a picture of his ass, and how he wiped fucking shit off your lips. Yeah, in my mind, it's such this supposed to go right to such an innocent place.
Lorne.
That's why it didn't, because there was another guy involved. Is it starting to make sense to you now?
No, Lorne, you're not making sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to you that I would get pissed off because of all this shit happening with another guy.
No.
And my girlfriend is out on a date with another guy, telling Emma that he has such moist lips, and taking a picture of his ass, and him wiping some shit off her face. Does that really sound innocent?
As I was
like
saying.
just a friendly dinner? You know it doesn't. It's just you don't want to admit that it doesn't.
No. Lorne.
Oh, I'm right on that.
Lorne, it's that I don't care. It's that I see that you are not even capable of not being ridiculous and violating me for like a week, that it's like, I don't care. Okay, I'm going to go out to dinner. I'm going to do what I want.
You violate me when you go out to dinner with these guys.
I don't violate you because I've never met you. Lorne, I've never met you.
That's abuse to me.
Okay, well, Lorne...
That's mental abuse to me.
Well, it's mental abuse, Lorne. I called a break the other day. In fact, I've called a break twice, and it's never good enough for you. I called a break a couple weeks ago. I called a break the other day.
So you're going to have time with these guys.
Okay, well, so what? Okay, I'm broken.
Unbelievable. You hear what you just said? You didn't want a break from us to have a break from us. You wanted a break so you could spend time with these other guys.
No, but if I say that that's why, well, I could take a break just so that I could be alone and not deal with your bullshit every night at 3:30 in the morning. Well, you want to go on a date. Well, you just want to go out with other guys. Well,
you're my bullshit. Stop giving me bullshit.
Lorne.
You do it every time a fucking guy comes around.
Again,
the doctor and the therapist.
Hey, Lorne, I have said it over and over and over and over again. If you don't like it, and I've called breaks. Well, it's only because you want to go on dates. No, Lorne, I've called breaks because being around you is mentally draining.
Well, and what do you think you're doing to me when you go out with these guys? You have these guys around you constantly. Tell me why there's not a girl that you go out on a dinner date with. Different.
Lorne,
that wouldn't be a fit for Lorne, so we don't want to do that.
Then end it, Lorne.
We're on the Aaron.
What about her?
What about your girlfriend from New York? We're having all these girlfriends that you had that you used to hang out with.
Lorne, stop going through my friends like that. I have a bunch of friends. I know I have a bunch of friends. What I am saying to you is that if you don't like this, then you have all the freedom in the world to end it. But good grief, Lorne, you're not going to tell me how to live my life, who to go with and who not to go out with, when you have shown me clearly that you are not interested at all in being decent and not violating me. Because it never occurred to you.
I am very interested in being decent and not violating you. I just want to know that I'm not being cheated on. My girlfriend's not going out on dates with other guys. I asked you that a long time ago. I asked you that with this guy. And he asked you on a date tonight, and you're actually contemplating it. And you should be coming around and saying no. I have respect for myself. I have a boyfriend. I have respect for him. I'm not going on coming over to your house for dinner when I have a boyfriend. That's not hard. I'm not asking too much. That is all I've ever asked you to do, to say no to these guys. I'm becoming so much better now. And when you put a threat in front of my face like that, of course I'm not going to be good. Of course I'm not going to be all right with that. Why would I be? Any guy in his right mind would not be all right with that. Any girl in her right mind would not be all right with that.
Lorne, you're not becoming so much better.
How would you know? You haven't seen it because you don't spend time with me. Instead, you're up all night spending time on the phone with this fucking Barry. I find out from Emma that you've been spending time up all night on the phone with Barry.
First of all, that is not even true. Second of all, you're always trying to find out that I'm on the phone all night.
I never had to. Used to have to worry about the stuff with you.
Again, Lorne, I am not going to tell every guy that I know who has proven that they could be decent to me. I'm not going to tell them, nope, just go away. I don't want to. Because you're not doing anything.
I'm at the point where I can prove it, and you're the one that's not allowing me to prove it because
no. It's not about that. Because here's the thing: if you were a good guy, if you were a decent guy, then you would be showing it regardless of what I do. And if I was not providing what you want and what you need, you would end it.
I tell you, I'll say what I need. I tell you that I want us to have more time together. You don't give it to me, but you do give it to Barry.
Again.
Explain that one.
Again, Lorne, we're back to Barry.
Yeah, because you brought him into the picture. You're ready to get personal with you, which is
so what?
So unbelievable.
So what?
You like this guy more than you like me?
Lorne, I have never met you. I keep saying that. I have never met you. And I am not... Lorne,
you have known my ass for 9 months, and you don't know if you like me more than you like this guy.
Lorne, he is
serious.
Lorne, it's 3:30. First of all, it's 3:30 in the morning, and he is not browbeating me.
Oh, here we go. The perfection of the piece of shit. You have surgery tomorrow. Go to bed. I'm getting off the phone. If that's what you're going to do is go to bed. I don't know. All I fucking know, you're going to call Barry. But at least I won't be a bad guy for keeping you up all night. That'll be on your own fucking head.
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that you stressed me out before surgery. It's the fact that you
Of course, it's me. Of course, it's me. It has nothing to do with you bringing other guys into our relationship.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
What were you saying?
Give me 100% of you so I can give you 100% of me.
Lorne, I've never met you. Why are you asking me for 100% of you after you have proven that you can be
I haven't asked you. I'm not asking you for anything that I have not asked you for before.
Okay, and before you were still.
Are you worried that I'm actually going to go the 3 months without being an asshole?
No, Lorne. I've asked you to do it. I've asked you repeatedly. I've given you time and time again.
At the same time, you bring another guy into our life.
Hey, Lorne, here's the problem with that. I can't even call it logic. If I was, quote, worried that you were going to go. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that casts a light or question on the way that you process thoughts, okay, or that you decide to think about things. You're asking me if I was worried that you were going to go 3 months without being abusive, because I said that if you go 3 months, then I'll go visit you. Why are you trying to hold on to someone who you're worried, or who you think, who is even a thought in your head that they're worried about you doing something because they're worried they're going to have to come see you? Does that make sense?
Why would you bring another guy into our life?
No. That's not the question. The question is, why are you trying to hold on to someone who you even have to ask if they're worried that you're going to do something right, because that means that they're going to have to see you?
What's the question?
What?
What's the question?
That is the question, Lorne. You just said.
I am telling you, there's no way that I can put it any plainer. All I want is 100% of you, and you're going to get 100% of me. All the guy being threatened by somebody that's right there trying to take you away from me. Without somebody asking you to dinner on a fucking date to their house or to any place.
I don't see what.
I'm asking you to take away the threat.
Lord, first of all, there is no threat. There is you. You are the only threat.
No, Barry is a threat. He asked you to dinner to his house. His wife is no longer there. She took his stepson. He asked you for a date. Come to his house so he can make you dinner. For a date. And if you happen to fall asleep on the couch, what the hell you doing falling asleep on the couch over this guy's house that you're supposed to be on a date with? And my thoughts are all supposed to be clean.
Now here's the thing.
The thing is, you have a boyfriend, you're not supposed to be going on a date anyway.
The word in it.
Yeah, you can, but you're not making any sense out of it. You never, ever went on a date before. Why would you start now?
Lorne, the sense is that you are asking me to give you 100%. I've never met you. I don't think you understand that. And not only that, you've given me the season in
9 months, yes.
As you love to say, and that's not that long. That is not a long time. It's not
if I don't mean shit to you, why would you even want to hang on to me?
And Lorne,
when you get Barry right there.
as I was saying, it's not a long time. And for someone who's 47, for their longest relationship to have been 9 months is not a long time.
I can't believe you fucking kind of pick up this Barry guy.
How am I sticking up
Yeah,
for
you
Barry?
know.
I didn't say one thing about Barry. How am I sticking up
Yeah.
for him?
Well, you haven't told me that you're not going to go over his house on a date either. That is something I never thought you would fucking do.
First of all, I didn't even say I was going over to his house. That's thing one. Thing two, who cares, Lorne? It's like, I mean, it's like,
Obviously, I do.
Lorne, it's not like you're doing things to make me happy. So who cares if I hang out with someone who wants to try?
Damn it, you just fucking tell me that you're going to cheat on me because I don't make you happy. I'm not making you happy because you're not making me happy. You're fucking cheating on me, going on these goddamn dates. I can't put it any more simple than that. The same thing I've been saying all night, Ramona. You go on a fucking date with a guy, you're cheating on me. You're doing the same shit that Amanda James did. Why is it hard for you to understand? And you want me to hold on to somebody that's cheating on me?
Lord, I'm not asking you to hold on to me. I've asked you repeatedly. You just won't listen. I've asked you repeatedly to look at this, look at the situation, and, I mean, decide if it's...
Are you looking at the situation? You're fucking cheating on me and you want me to be okay with it.
No, I've asked you to look at the situation, look at the fact that it's been 9 months and you can't go without doing the things that I asked you to. Look at the fact
you can't go right down on a fucking date.
Look at the fact that we've never met.
I'm looking at the fact that there is. The fact is, we spent 9 months together. That obviously meant way more to me, and I had more of my heart put into it than what you did.
Lauren, I have never lied to you. I've never once told you that I loved you. I've never once told you that I wanted to marry you. I've never once told you that I wanted to be
with you. For 9 months, you made me feel like I was something fucking special. And all I am is just a fucking person to talk to on the phone so you can meet up with a fucking Barry guy, go on a goddamn fucking date with him, go over to his fucking house on Friday night to have dinner, and you want me to be okay with it. You're not listening to anything you're saying. I'm not okay with it. You go to this fucking guy's house, I will never fucking talk to you again. How do you feel about that? You're not going to fuck with my heart. You're going to fuck with my heart, and we're done. Don't fuck with my heart, because I don't fucking deserve it. I deserve some respect just like you deserve some respect. You can't
but I'm not
show it to me and I can't show it to you.
But I'm not getting any respect from you.
I'm fucking trying. And you put guys in there. You are the one that put the fucking guys there. The only threat is not me. I'm not the only threat to myself. You are the threat that puts the guys there. I don't put them fucking guys there. I don't tell them, yes, I'll go to dinner with you. Yes, I'll come over to your house and have dinner. Yes, come over and fucking go on vacation with me. Come over to the party. Stay the night. I don't put the fucking threat there, Ramona. You do it. How can you possibly say that I am the threat? I'm not the threat. The threat is you putting guys there.
I said you're the threat to yourself.
The threat to myself is you putting the guys there.
You are the biggest threat to yourself, Lauren. Because you're
the one that's putting the guys there.
No, because you, by comparison, make every other guy on the planet look like a king.
Of course, Barry looks like a fucking king. He's my therapist, doesn't respect his own fucking profession and gets personal with his clients and asks him out to dinner. Then he asks him over to the fucking house for dinner. He is such a good therapist. That guy can talk up a fucking storm.
He's no longer my therapist.
No. Now he's your quote-unquote friend that opened the door of the night. I take you out to dinner.
He did open the door.
He asked you when he was your therapist. He asked you on that one. Don't bring this motherfucker up to me, because I'll fucking slam him right down.
You'd what you said?
I said, don't bring this motherfucker up to me, because I'll slam him right down.
In what way, Lorne?
In any way.
He's a wealthy therapist.
Yeah, he's fucked people out of their money.
I wouldn't say that at all. Much of his money is made.
Because we're talking about Barry.
No, much of his money is made from his book sale.
Oh, he's such another perfect fucking guy, huh? You wonder why I get threatened.
Boy, you get threatened.
Super horse dates, remember?
Well, that's what you call it.
No, that's what you call them.
Well, you call the doctor horse thing.
Yeah, well, you call Barry super horse thing.
Well, at least the good thing is that Barry got you away from obsessing about the doctor.
Well, the doctor's still there.
Yeah, but you're not obsessed with him anymore.
No, because you brought another guy in. Another guy that has a fucking super horse dick, remember? Guy that took you on a date tonight. He wanted to kiss you. And wipe the food off your mouth. But you took a picture of his ass. Guy that asked you on a date for Friday night. Over at his house. And if you just so happen to fall asleep on the couch, well then, oh well. It's all so fucking innocent. When you have a boyfriend, there's so much respect being shown to your boyfriend. What are you going to say to this date? Something you don't know. I want to know.
Okay, Lorne, I don't know how many times we've had this discussion. I am having surgery in less than 8 hours. I'm having surgery. And I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to feel on Sunday, let alone on Friday.
In other words, you're not giving me the answer. No, I'm not going to this guy's house for a date. You're not telling me no.
I'm not going to say no.
Because you're actually thinking about going to his house for the date, right?
I don't know how I'm going to feel. It might not be this week, but it could be another week. I don't know how I'm going to feel this week. I doubt that it'll be this week.
You don't know if you'll go to his house for a date this week, but you might go another week.
I'm not calling it a date.
If you go to his house for dinner, and it's just you two, it's a date. I don't care how you fucking word it. In my head, it's a fucking date, and you cheat on me. If you think I'm going to play that game, Ramona, you're full of shit, because I'm not playing that game.
I'm not playing the game.
If you're not going to give me 100% of you might as well not give me anything. Give it all to fucking Barry. That's what you're saying.
Well, I'm not.
Go over to his house and give it all to him. Because you met him in person. You've met him for 2 weeks. You met him in person. Seen his dinks. Had a picture of his ass. He's wiped food off your fucking mouth. Wanted to kiss you.
Well, I'm not giving you 100%.
No, you're not. Have you ever?
Well, I don't know. I used to talk to you on the phone for 8 hours a day. What do you call that?
Well, you certainly don't do that now.
And I'm not going.
Because you're up all fucking night.
All right, Lionel.
Yes, you can. Of course you don't listen, but my name is Barry. You would fucking listen in a heartbeat. You know why you're not listening? Because you know I'm right about shit.
I said, all right, Lionel Richie, because you're all night long, all night.
I would love to be able to fucking laugh with you again, but it makes it awful hard when you got fucking guys dead and you're telling me you're not going to give me 100% because of these other guys, and you want me to fucking change my ways, and you're telling me out straight that you're not going to be respectable to me.
When you've already,
and you're not going to be devoted to me.
When you've already told me, you've already shown me, rather, that you're not going to change.
No, I'm showing you that I'm changing, but the problem is you're changing too. I mean, the way that you're changing is you're fucking cheating on me. I ask you one simple thing, and I've been asking you the whole fucking time. Don't go on dates. Tell these guys no. When have you done that? You haven't. You've never done it. You've never not told the guy no. Or you have never told the guy no. You give a fuck about me, you tell him no. How much time have we spent in the last couple months together? There's been actually a good time where we can laugh with each other.
Lorne, if you're not getting what you need, you have every right to go see someone else.
Yeah, you're just telling me to break up with you so you can go fuck Barry. It's a horse snake, remember?
Lorne, if that's what you think, that's what you think.
You're the one that's making me think it.
Lorne, who cares if you and I aren't together? Because you already broke up with me, right? But if you and I aren't together, who cares if I fuck Barry?
Well, I give a fuck. And if you went over there and fucked him Friday night, that tells me how much I really mean to you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna fuck someone on the second date. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Even if you kissed him, even if you held his hand, that tells me what I mean to you.
Lorne,
even if you went on a date, that tells me what I mean to you.
Lorne, then if you don't think you mean anything, then end it.
Why do you keep telling me to end it?
Because you don't seem happy, and if you're not happy, then you have every right.
I'm happy when you're you. But the problem is you're not being you.
But see,
Ever since you've been on fucking disability, you're up all night spending time with I don't know who. But it certainly isn't me.
Okay, but here's the thing. I gave too much. I gave you 8 hours, 9 hours a day on the phone. That was too much of me. And I did that, and you still would get drunk on the weekend, and you still would call me a bitch, a whore.
I don't drink anymore, so what are you going to use for an excuse?
I don't have
no excuse. You don't even have an excuse now. Because you know the fucking fact of the matter is that I'm threatened by these fucking guys.
Wow,
you're trying to back me off because you want to go on dates with these guys?
Wow, you've gone 3 weeks without drinking. Give this man a fucking medal.
Oh, well, let's give Barry a medal because he's such a great guy. Tried to buy me by fucking making a donation to someplace in my name.
Why aren't you jealous because you couldn't do it?
He didn't. Really? Did you really just say that shit?
I really just said it.
Well, you really like this cocksucker, don't you?
No, I've said, I've said that kind of stuff.
Obviously you do. You're sticking up for this motherfucker to your boyfriend.
You don't respect me, so hey, I'm going to say
You
whatever.
don't respect me.
I'm going to say whatever I want. Because you don't get it.
And you don't get it. All I'm asking for is 100% of you, and you get 100% of me. And you're telling me all straight no.
I'm not giving you 100%.
No, you're not.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No, not anymore. You know what? Because Barry's in the picture. Because you fucking cheated on me tonight.
No, you know.
Cheating on me on Friday.
No, you'd know if I cheated on you with Barry because I wouldn't be able to walk because the horse stink would impale me pretty much.
You just want to keep pouring on the powder, don't you? Once you go to sleep and fucking dream about dairy, I'll get off the fucking phone because you certainly don't give a fuck about me.
Well, if I cheat on you, why are you still on the phone and why are you still supposedly with me? Okay, Emma. Yeah, Pony didn't hung up. Was everybody able to hear? Because like because no one sounded like they could hear anything. Like, or what I was reading wasn't about like horse stink, or not horse stink. What I was reading wasn't about the conversation. So I was like, I don't know if they can hear. I know, and I've done it for 9 months. But did you see how he wouldn't break up with me? Like, he wouldn't just end it. Hold on, let me answer to Ramirez saying, I do. I absolutely do. I read everything. Everything. And I'm flattered by a lot of the nice things that have been said about me. Yeah, he did break up with me, but he left it up to me to not break it up. So it was like, I break up with you if you agree that we're broken up, and if you have to break up with me.
He is such an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I am really having surgery tomorrow. Knee surgery on my left knee, ACL reconstruction.
Wouldn't you like for Sam's voice to be able to pick you up from bed and put you in the wheelchair?
Oh my God.
And you know, Lorne hates that too, because his voice is all fucked up from smoking and screaming abusive language at you.
I know, right? Like, which has hurt his voice more, yelling at me or smoking? Am I as bad as a 3-pack a day habit?
Oh God.
Hi, Michael. Oh my gosh. Thank you for your kindness. Yep, ACL, slip and fall coming out of the shower, almost torn completely off. Yep. Thank you, KK. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I got another poem. Scott, rough. That's rough. I'm glad you're okay now.
Are you going to read the poem where he says crap?
Hang on.
You guys, Lorne wrote Ramona a poem and used the word crap in the poem.
Oh, God. There's one that he sent me that I haven't read because it like involves me like confessing something funny about myself, and he in the poem, and and so I'm just reading the comments, and so
Oh, Ramona, I clap every time you take a crap. Everything you do is hot. Do I hate you? Not a whole lot.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Michael. Oh, I'm still reading the same stuff that was sent. Okay, let's see. No, that was a new one. Stop keeping and reading it. I'm debating it. Because it was so funny how disturbing that it was that he. I almost can't not. I almost can't not say this. Because it was so funny how disturbing it was that he got so excited about this.
It's okay, everybody poops.
Well, it's not that, but it's related to that kind of thing.
Well, everybody farts. The first time Chris Bowen farted in front of me.
All right, All right, everybody, let's take a vote. If you want me to tell this funny, weird story about myself, then then type vegan. If you don't want me to say this, then type tofu. So if you want me to tell this weird, funny story, say vegan. If you don't, then say tofu in the comments, and we'll take a vote. Don't say do it, say vegan vagina. Is that person, I wonder if that person has heard a song that someone wrote called Vegan Vagina Juice.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so I guess I have to tell the story. So
It's a work of art when you fart. Your butt blows wonderful smells.
I'm going to kill myself in the morning. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to regret this in the morning. So I told Lorne what I'm about to say, and I told him this for obvious reasons, but this is way too much information that I'm telling. Oh, how many people are in here? 108, 111. Okay, so it's not 10,000 people. It's only 111 people. I'm telling this weird thing too. Only 111. So, and you guys don't mind that this is like a lot of TMI type stuff?
As long as he's not talking about, glooping your blood clots all over his eyelids and batting his eyes at you. Or...
All right, so I am a massive germaphobe. Not so much to the point where it's like I have to like shower like as soon as I get home and like 6 times a day, and like I wash my hands like 10 times a day, but like to the point like I don't like public restrooms, and I'm just grossed out by germs, et cetera, et cetera. And so I had to fly to, we'll just say, one of the furthest points from where I live for a work trip, and the flight was going to be several hours, and so in the country, but far from where I am. And I said, well, if I'm going to fly this far, and I know I don't want to have to go into like the plane restroom, and they are dirty and disgusting, there's a long wait. I said, well, why don't I do what any rational adult would do and just get some diapers just in case I have to go. I'm really good at holding my ladder. I can literally go. Can you still hear me? Hello? Am I on mute?
No, I can hear you. I put
okay.
myself on mute so nobody heard the cat.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I can't. It went silent. Anyway, so I said, why don't I do what any rational adult would do, and I just get some diapers. It's not like I have to go in it or anything. I'll just get them so that I have that security. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get that. And I can, yeah, and I can hold my bladder. I've been known to hold it for 24 hours and all sorts of weird stuff that has made people question whether I'm mortal. So I got these diapers, and for obvious reasons, I told Lorne about it, and he went crazy and was so excited. And so, like, sometimes I'd wear them, like, to work, like, if, like, I was having, like, let's just say time of the month or whatever, and I would, and so he'd ask me, are you wearing your diaper? And I'd say, yeah, and sometimes I wouldn't be, and I'd say, yeah, and he would love it. Like, oh
my God.
He would say, you should pee in your diaper for me. And I'd say,
I'm so glad you're sharing this. Lorne is sick.
Yeah, like would you like pee in your diaper for me, or have you gone in your diaper, or are you wearing your diaper? And that's and to INF, no, the heck you're grossed out to pee in the bathroom, but not sitting your own place for hours. First of all, I did not use the diaper, and second of all, I would rather. If it came down to it, I would rather sit in my own waste than to sit in somebody else's. But I never went. But Lorne loved the fact that I wore a diaper. He'd talk about changing my diaper and various things like that, like changing my diaper, having sex with me while I was wearing my diaper.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not.
Oh, my God.
All sorts of things about Ramona and her diaper. And
I want to know all the things about Ramona and her diaper. So everybody who wants to suck Lorne's cock after feeling badly for him understands the depths of Lorne. The fucking diaper plays kind of weird. Okay, whatever. But he tried to fuck a little girl, and he wants to fuck you with a diaper.
Well, he didn't. Wait, somebody asked a question. No, he Drunks Against Motor Shopping. No, he didn't want to wear my diaper. He wanted me to wear my diaper, and he would talk about it. This can't be real. Oh yes, the heck it is. Yes, it is. And what else?
Maybe you should, after your surgery, mention that you had a weak bladder after the surgery and they sent you home with a diaper so we could hear the call where Lorne talks more about it. Oh, my God, what a freak.
Wait, has anyone the stuff you guys are saying? The crazy lady who was in NASA, yeah, I thought of her. Yeah, I thought of her when I got them. And I mean, to me, like, honestly, they look disgusting. If I was, if I'm being honest, like, I think that they look like, gross. It's just it's a fucking diaper. It's not meant to look sexy at all. But yeah, so he'd make all sorts of comments about that, and let me see. Let me go back to.
Oh, my God.
One of the messages I have is, I'm going to change your diapers, baby. You can change mine. So back to this poem that was written for me.
Oh, my God. That screenshot, I can edit out his number and anything else you want. And share it.
Say again?
If you could send me that screenshot, I could edit out whatever numbers are there and share it like right now.
Okay, and I'm going to read it to you. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray that Ramona's heart I keep. Of all the women that have been in my life, she's the only one I dream of each and every night. In most of these dreams, I'm kissing her hand, then I'm looking up to kiss her lips again. For 9 awesome months, she's been honest and true. Now all I care about is being the same to her, too. She takes my breath away with just the sound of her voice, so to fall in love with her, my heart had no choice. When she shot me with her arrow, she must have used Cupid the sniper, but that's okay now because I get to change her diaper.
Oh, Jesus. Lorne. Oh.
Now I'm interesting. Let's see now. What do you guys think? Okay, let me get this.
Lorne wants to shit in his diaper and have you wipe it for him. That's why he sent you pictures of his caca.
Oh, God. Oh, am I afraid? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Lorne's a diaper sniper, so of course he rhymed diaper with sniper. Clever.
Now you guys have me thinking of other things. Oh, and he asked for pictures of me in my diaper.
Oh my God, he wants pictures of you in your diaper. That little young tiny girl that Lorne thinks is you, he wants to see her in a diaper. And he probably wants it filled, so he knows that he's going to have to use the baby wipe more than once.
He did that, using baby wipes. Okay. Ramirez saying, why does he always call people cocksuckers and the F word? The only thing I can think of is, or I should say the only other person who I knew who did that only had one thing in common with Lorne, and that was that they both were like what most people would consider white trash. I think that's that. Because I had never heard anything so vulgar. I mean, he would refer to people as, like, how you'd say, like, how maybe you'd call somebody a guy, or like that guy or that dude. He'd say that cocksucker. And
I really think that because Lorne, I don't want to disclose too much about what happened to him when he was younger, but I think there's a good reason for Lorne. Because Lorne hates himself.
Yeah.
And Lorne hates gay people.
Yeah.
And Lorne hates gay people because he thinks that gay people are attracted to him. But he doesn't know that it's about power when one person molests a child. So I think a cocksucker is the worst thing somebody could be to Lorne if they're a male. And anybody in the chat can deduce from that what they wish.
But see, now, what's interesting is the guy who I knew who used to call people that was never in any sense, ever anything, why is given the chance? Wait, INF no. I'm confused. you asking me that?
I just think that's why Lorne uses that. And he uses it. I mean, I know he calls his mailbox a cocksucker, but he says it with such anger. I can't think of any other reason. I mean, Lorne doesn't have a very large grab bag of insults. That's true.
But what's interesting is that he's very reliant on the F word, but he can just be so vulgar. And yeah, that was interesting, KK, that he wasn't abusive with Sam on the phone.
No, he's not going to be, because he knows that Sam would smack him down intellectually and would be even more determined to take you to show Lorne. Lorne fucking thanked Barry and apologized after Barry had totally emasculated him in the last call.
Well, yeah, Lorne, he is a racist. Maybe not hateful Confederate flag wearing type, but
Lorne subscribes to some harmful stereotypes, I can say that.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever he talked to me, his little nicknames for me would always revolve around me being Latina. You know, he'd call me a Mexican jumping bean or spicy something stupid. I think Lorne would hit a woman. I think it would start with screaming and then grabbing and then in a few months pushing her onto the bed and then in a few months pushing her into a wall. And yeah, I think Lorne would beat the hell out of a woman, especially if she had provoked him. And the way Ramona doesn't let Lorne get away with his bullshit, I think that Lorne would do that to Ramona if he could. And there have been times when I've been thankful that Ramona wasn't right in front of him, talking to him, because he's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It's a scary thought to think of a woman in that situation. I honestly believe that this is helping some woman somewhere, some woman or women out there avoid a bunch of bullshit and abuse and violence and possibly even worse.
And we know that Lorne sleeps naked. He loves telling us about it. And we know that he sleeps curled up with Bud.
Oh, gosh.
Can you imagine Lorne waking up with morning wood? It's like between his dog's legs. The hell is wrong with these people?
Mm.
Do you think Lorne's still awake?
I
think he's crying.
Yeah, gosh.
Michael Ramone, he beat Roscoe for tipping the trash over. Well, I'm going to get ready to go to sleep. I don't know if you want to call Lorne back. I'll stream it for you.
No, I'm not going to call him. I'll do like maybe the Q&A and then 15 minutes of Q&A and then I got to hit the hay because I got surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope all that goes well for you.
Thank you. Guys, throw me your questions.
Good night, everybody. I'm going to mute this and The stream will be kind of silent after you hang up, but I'll try to wake up. I'll put my alarm on for an hour.
All right. Throw me your okay. Good night. Wait, guys, throw me your questions. 15 minutes. Let's do it. Before I hurt my knee, I was talking to him for anywhere from 25 to 40 hours a week. Yes. Now, probably maybe anywhere from 10 to 25 hours a week. Am I afraid of him in real life? Not really, because there's, I feel safe. But if I were with him, I would be very afraid. Any plans on ending it? It's like I keep trying to, I'm trying to keep up with the questions, that's thing one. But also, as far as ending it, I never started it, and I try to be as gentle and find somebody in Maine, date somebody in Maine, but that just truly falls on deaf ears. When I think of Rory, he's just like his brother. I mean, he might not be Tito, but he's a drunken knucklehead who called me a gold digger, said I was digging for gold from Lorne, which is the funniest thing anybody could have ever possibly said in a million years. He doesn't have seashells, let alone gold. What happened to the doctor? Well, the therapist walked in, and he seems to be monopolizing Lorne's thoughts. Jacob, what are my thoughts on how stupid Lorne is? I think that he thinks that I think he has a self-importance complex, and he thinks he's so worthy of having what it is that he wants, that the thought that a girl is actually choosing him over a millionaire doctor and a millionaire therapist who have their lives together doesn't even cross his mind, because, why would you want them for their money when I'm so great is probably what he's thinking. Main purpose of this relationship, I've asked myself that many times. People seem to really love it and enjoy it, and it's really funny. And I feel as though I'm truly saving some woman, lady, girl, child in Maine from experiencing what I experience on behalf of your guys' entertainment. Did he ever say the N-word in anger? No, which is surprising, but no, not to me at least. Not yet, at least. Did I have an overall goal when I started talking to Lorne? Yes, to be nice and to just be friendly and to maybe talk to him, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. Certainly not every day, all day, which is what he wants. What did I think I'd get out of it? A few laughs, maybe some insight into why he did what he did. And if he had reformed himself, maybe somebody who I could even help in some kind of way by giving them advice and guidance and kindness. But he very quickly showed me that he wasn't worthy of that. Jerry Anthony, the night or two before he got arrested. No, I've never talked to his probation officer. Ascension Archangel Ray, I am, hold on, there's another one. Player 1 and 2, is it still funny to you or just a dog now? It's both. I mean, it's still funny at times, and then at times it's like, well, I'm championing for kids, and if this whole thing about these pedophiles being made a mockery of on the internet, if that prevents just one would-be predator or would-be child rapist from harming a child, then I think it's all worth it. So absolutely, there's a point to it. I don't have the time to do this, though. I have knee injury, and so I'm on short-term disability. But when I work, my job enables me to travel during the day and drive a lot, so I could talk to him then. Did I already answer that? What did I think of? Okay, yeah, I did answer that. And what I thought he would get out of it is friendship and just someone to talk to and maybe some insights from me. What does Lorne's daily date consist of? I would say 90% of it is obsessing over me. And then he does work around his trailer. And that's pretty much it. I mean, just kind of working class type stuff, although he doesn't work. Will I ever tell him I cheated on him? Probably not. I've never done that in a relationship in real life, so I don't know. Yeah, the doctor never went away. It's just that Lorne is a one-track mind, and so the therapist came out, and that's who he's focused on. FX, what made you want to start cod fishing? I never wanted to. I never wanted to do this. I didn't think this was going to happen. I just wanted to just be someone who talked to him. And that's all I thought that I was going to be. It's just a friendly person. Was I a part of the church before I started talking about him? I first learned about Lorne in 2012, to give you an idea. How did I feel about saying cunt to his mom? I didn't feel anything at all. I didn't feel anything at all about telling her the things that he's called me, because if he can call me those things, then she can hear about it. I didn't feel bad. Have you developed an attachment to Lorne after so many months? I have to be honest, and I have to admit, it's today while I was out, I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, I don't know, miss is the wrong word, but what's the right word? Almost, you know, I don't know what the right word is, but the word miss is the wrong word, but maybe I missed him a tiny bit. You know, I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I had thought that I had ended things for a while and wasn't going to hear from him for a while. So maybe I did miss him a little bit. Where does he shop for his clothes? Walmart, so I don't get those things, so I don't get you pregnant. What did the doctor tell him that pissed him off? That he wasn't going to stop pursuing me, is what the doctor said. Thank you, Jacob, for your kind words. Why does he like the diapers? Your guess is as good as mine. What was my conversation with the therapist like? You guys heard it. Does he really want help? Probably not. He wants the illusion of it so that he can continue on. Thank you, Ramona. Is there any connection, Michael Ramona? Does Lorne have any friends? He has two that I know of. His friend Tony and his friend Tony's girlfriend. First, you thought I was Nathaniel Trevor using a voice changer. I don't know what you guys think these voice changers out here do, but the ones that I've heard of, I didn't think they could change your voice to make it sound like an actual human voice. I thought they made it sound like a robot or something, but nope. I am a gal. When can he post more stuff on his YouTube? Probation officer has phone and computer. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he can get those back. They're kind of watching him. Thank you, Princess Katu. How do I talk to him for so long? Do I ever just want to scream? Sometimes it's like talking to a wall. But then sometimes it's very rewarding. Guardcat, how we end it with one. I don't know. Stay tuned. John Smith asks, do I truly hate Lorne? How do I feel about him? No, I don't hate him. I hate him at times. Sometimes I hate him. Sometimes I really like him as a human. Sometimes I'm disgusted with him. He brings out every emotion from hot to cold. Yes, I know who Jeff Stacy is. I'm not too familiar with him, though, but I know a couple of his quotes, but not too many. Hi, Butterlight. Vegan recipes I recommend. I like just heating up some tofu and pouring buffalo sauce over it. I like eating nachos with Daya vegan cheese. I like eating pancakes. We had pancakes tonight with vegan sausage from Field Rose. I love tofu. Tofu is one of my favorite foods. I like, what else? I love Asian food. Chinese food, vegan shrimp, vegan lo mein. I love greasy junk food and stuff like that. But also, I don't mind eating healthy stuff and veggies, fruits and nuts. My favorite predator from TCAP is, of course, Lorne. Why does he think that I'm his girlfriend if I never said I wanted to be? Because I think he creates his own reality. If you hear me when I say things like find someone else, find someone in your state, I try to give good, healthy, constructive advice, and it all falls on deaf ears because that's not what he wants to hear. He wants to create his own reality with his own, with his own fantasies. And when anything contradicts that, it's almost like it didn't happen or it wasn't said. Does my mom? No, my mom doesn't know about him. Do you think you can love one again? Good question, Mitch Keller. Why does he think we're dating? We've never met. Again, goes back to creating your own reality. Thank you for the kind words, everyone. Yes, I am really Black. I am an African American. Do people in his town know what he's done? That's a good question. If they do, he doesn't know. So it could be kind of like one of those things where everyone knows, but no one's saying anything to him. That could be the case. keep your questions coming. I have not seen the video. Julie reveals herself. No, Gary Gantz, doctor and therapist was necessary because for it to be something omnipotent, is that the word I'm looking for? Something that Lorne could never be. And he could be a fry cook, he could be a custodian. I mean, both of those are honorable and respectable jobs. I mean, I need people to fry up my delicious vegan foods in restaurants, and certainly we need custodians so that we're not sitting in filth and unsanitary, disgusting, especially as a germaphobe. But, you know, those are career aspirations that Lorne could reasonably see himself in. He could see himself being a cook. He could see himself being a custodian. Maybe not a custodian at an elementary school or even a high school, but certainly he could see himself as a custodian. So it needed to be something that he could never aspire to. And Doctor was a character that I came up with after telling him about the guy in my aerobics class who blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, he's effing stupid. I said, well, he can't be that stupid. He's a doctor. And that just caught on. And therapist was a character that I created because I wanted to get another character who was in the story actually talking to us and talking to him. And I knew the only way to do that would be to have a therapist. So that's how that, and once I decided that I wanted a therapist, the only logical choice was Sam. He's got the most awesome voice in the world, and he's perfect for that role. Pepper steak fixed a little bit different way. I love that line. We were in the store the other day, me and my real BF, and he had, like, we were buying groceries, and I had said something about getting vegan steak, and I said we could have like pepper steak fixed a little bit different way. He looked at me like I was insane. If you guys were in a real relationship, he wouldn't allow you to breathe. He's so fucking insecure. I know it's, and even though I've never met him, I still feel smothered quite often. Any more Lorne chats? Yes. If you're going to have any type of life with Lorne, you got to like bologna and pot pies. I love vegan bologna, and before I went vegan, almost 10 years ago, it'll be 10 years in about 2 months, just under 2 months, it'll be 10 years. And before then, I liked, before I went vegetarian, which was a few years before that, I liked deli bologna. But now the vegan bologna, I get that. It's so good. And there's a company called Amy's. Hello? Hello? Oh, well, anyway, there's a company called Amy's Kitchen, and they make vegan pot pies with tofu, and they're so good. Ken Davis, only one person that I know of has told him that. If I were, Drunks Against Mothers Driving, if I were evaluating him as a relative, could I say Oh, okay. That's not a question. That's a statement. Okay. But whether or not I could say, yeah, he made a mistake, let it go kind of thing, if this was a relative, would depend on the relative's age. For me, it would be much more forgivable for an 18-year-old to try to meet a 13 or 14-year-old than it would be for a 48-year-old to try to meet a 38 or I'm sorry, a 40-year-old to try to meet a 13 or 14-year-old. And even if it was a family member, it still wouldn't be any more forgivable, simply because, you know, you're still trying to hurt a child. I mean, just because we share similar DNA doesn't mean that I could look at them any differently in light of knowing that they still tried to hurt a child. How did Lorne date in the days before the internet? I think it's safe to say he didn't. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yeah, it's called Emma's. No, I don't have a YouTube channel. I just provide everything through Emma's channel. But I think Lorne is still a virgin. I've been told by him that he's not. Anything's possible. Is Emma really his best friend? Yep, besties forever. How often are these phone calls between me and Lorne? Well, now we're at like maybe twice a week. If you could, would you drive Lorne to suicide? No, absolutely not. No way, no how. And you know, I'm very encouraged by the fact that he's so anti-suicide. I'm very encouraged by that. I would not want him to do that because of anything that anybody on the internet said. If he decided, you know, prior to becoming an international celebrity that what he did was too horrible and he wanted to kill himself, that would be one thing. But I don't think that, you know, he should do it over anything that anyone on the internet says. And he has been so adamant in that he is against suicide that I don't think for 1 second that he would do it. And yes, Lorne loves himself more than Kanye loves Kanye. Michael Patterson, yes, he is vegan. And I have dated non-vegans before. Because when I met him, he wasn't vegan. But a year later, he was vegan. Thank you, Jerry Anthony. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Thank you, Jacob, for your kind words again. Those porkless bites were really good. Does he listen in? Rarely, because he's more disturbed that there's a guy who talks to his girlfriend like she's a piece of crap, and so he doesn't really listen too often. But he does give ideas, and the doctor's nephew was his creation. Lorne and I chat probably in a week nowadays, maybe 15 hours. When in your family try and talk sense into Would he be getting in more trouble if he lived in a metropolitan area? It depends. That's a good question. There'd be more opportunity to go after children, to commit crimes in that kind of situation, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Ken Davis, does he realize sending those new pictures is enough to get him arrested and classified as a sex offender? He didn't even have to show up. He didn't realize that, and my whole thing is, I don't think, in fact, I'm almost 100% sure that he didn't realize that. Thank you so much for John Smith for wishing me well wishes for my surgery tomorrow. Do I feel any sympathy for Lorne when he starts crying? Him crying is kind of like eating my favorite cinnamon icing sticky roll thingy that they have at my favorite vegan bakery called Vegan Treats in Pennsylvania. This thing is like the size of my face, and I have eaten one in one sitting, and every time I have, I've gained 3 pounds. And this is how Lorne crying is, because it's eating this thing feels good. Hearing him cry feels good. But then also it's like, well, I'm going to gain 3 pounds. And then on the other hand, it's like, well, I do feel a tiny bit bad for this guy. This is a guy who's 47 years old who will most likely never experience the kind of love that statistically 50% of married couples feel, because the other 50% are getting divorced. But then it's like, well, it's his fault. So it's mixed emotion. How does he feel about this? He goes through times where he's like, I freaking hate that guy. I don't want to hear anything about him, too. So what did he do today? So he's got mixed emotions about him. No, we never talked about when he's going bald. I think, like many things, the hat that he wears masks baldness, and so it's like it's not there because he doesn't see it. Kind of like how he tells himself things that he wants to believe. Well, the hat is something that he wants to believe. The baldness isn't there because he has the hat. Lorne does not let go of you soon. You and the relationship, stay tuned. Yes, he knows about, the real one knows all about this. And some days he hates it, some days he loves it. Well, I don't think love is ever the right word. Some days he hates it, some days he likes it, some days he tolerates it. No, I don't think he's an incest baby. Thank you, Jerry Anthony. I've been called very attractive before, but I don't have pictures that are available. Maybe one day, though. What do I do for work? I do route sales. Jenny, that is really true. I have always been honest. I've never one time told him I love him. I've never even said I like him. I've never said I wanted to marry him or be with him. He got all these things in his head, and when I got the marriage proposals, one of them was when he was trying to get me to go away from my parents or my family on Christmas Eve. When I got the marriage proposals, I declined both of them. It might have been more than 2, maybe 3 or 4 times, but I've declined every one. Did I ever eat at Eden, a vegan cafe in Scranton? They have the best vegan barbecue wings. That sounds amazing. I've not eaten there. So that's going on my list. Would I wish physical pain on Lorne? I've been angry at him at times and have wished that, but not on a consistent basis. Yes, that cinnamon icing sticky roll. I am filling a void in his life, and some people would say that he doesn't deserve that, to have that void filled. And I mean, I guess he's filling a void in my life to see a pedophile suffer. Did you know? He found out she wasn't real. He did answer that question, Ken Davis, when he found out Kayla wasn't real. I just can't remember. It might have been when his lawyer told him, but I just can't remember. Does Lorne know that he's not really that muscular? No, he does not know. Am I going to do an interview with Andrew Burkett? Absolutely. Hi, Jano Uta. Yes, his excitement about raping a child is very noticeable. Gartek, Real BF is a little bit more introverted, and so I don't think he'll do too much, but he did provide a fake doctor laugh one day, so that was his contribution. Plus, he gives me ideas, and he lets me do this, so. Thank you, Melvin Mason. So I'm having an ACL reconstruction. If they just have to fix my ACL, well, they definitely have to fix my ACL. And if they just have to do that, then I'm looking at 4 to 6 weeks. While he's in there, he's going to see if the meniscus tears that I have can and need to be fixed. And if they do, then I'm looking at 6 to 8 weeks before I can, on crutches and no weight bearing. But altogether, I'm looking at around 4 to 6 months before I can return back to my normal activity level. Thank you for that question. Do I think he molested anyone? I don't want to say yes and be wrong about that. I also don't want to say no and be wrong about that. So, if we look at the facts, we do know he's attracted to underage kids. We do know that he has had the opportunity to do it. Now the only question is whether or not he had the nads, as we say, or as they say, to harm a child like that. And the answer is, I don't know. I think you could choose either yes or no, and you would have a 50-50 chance of being right. He's definitely had the opportunity. He's definitely attracted to younger children. If I personally had to guess, I would say it's quite possible, but I don't know. So I wouldn't say yes or no to either. So I think he preferred the 12-year-old picture of Kayla or the 19-year-old Casey Morrow. I don't think it has anything to do with age. Well, hold on, let me go back. I don't think whether he preferred the 12-year-old picture or the 19-year-old girl, I don't think that had to do with age, because I don't think he would naturally gravitate to the younger one because she was younger. I think in that situation, he's just as likely to be attracted to either one of them. Because I'm reading as I'm thinking. But anyway, yeah, so I think that it's, again, a coin toss, whichever one that, which one he preferred. And Casey did have a look that could really pass for underage, I think, especially wearing the hat and kind of the way she was dressed and the way she moved. But it really just depends. Yeah, I think anyone who's attracted to kids would be just as likely to have an attraction to either one. If this is too spoiled, no. What would you think if Lorne Austin himself? I really don't think he ever would, just because of how strongly against suicide is. The only reason I think he would do that would be financial reasons. This is my personal thinking. If he really just could not get himself together, and I still don't even think he'd do it over this, because I think he believes that one day he's going to make a bunch of money. I guess that's where, like that living in a fantasy thing, I guess that's where it comes in handy, because you can make yourself believe whatever you want. You can make yourself believe that, yeah, one day I'm going to make a bunch of money. It's going to be great. I mean, you can pretty much create your own reality. Yes, he's a lifetime registrant. William, that's funny. I hadn't thought of that, but yes. I don't know if Amanda James catfished. Well, I mean, she didn't turn out to be what she had said she was. So I guess that's the definition of catfishing. So, or maybe he started talking to someone and she just went with it, or maybe she was interested in him, but then she got a taste of like, oh, this guy is really creepy, and she ran. Thank you, the last tanker. He did. He said that Chris Hansen was corrupt and blah, blah, blah. Yes, he was going to commit suicide. He would have already done it. Does his accent on certain words piss you off? It makes you lose brain cells. I think it's funny. I think it makes him quotable. Do you still think Lorne would have wanted you to be with you if you were a single mother? That's a good question. It depends on what else I had going for me. If I was a single mother and, let's say, I told him that I was like 400 pounds, well, I don't know, because sometimes I'm like, he just wants another body around him. Like, he just wants another human. So, guys, I got to wrap this up. It's 5 o'clock. I have to be at the hospital at 11:20, which means I reasonably have to be up by 9:30, which means I'm looking at 4.5 hours of sleep. So I must wrap this up and get ready to go get myself a new ACL.